I still remember the taste of blood in my mouth that night. Metallic, warm, my cheek swollen, my shoulder hanging loose from its socket. And my sister, my only sister, standing there in her doorway, arms folded, eyes cold as concrete. "You should have just signed the mortgage," she said. Her husband stood behind her, silent, watching me bleed. The same man who had just slammed me against my kitchen wall when I refused to guarantee their second loan. The same man whose hands shook, not from guilt, but from adrenaline. I didn't speak. I didn't beg. I just turned and walked away, dragging my body down the driveway, barefoot, in the dark. By the time I reached my parents' door, the pain had settled into something deeper, a hollow calm. I knocked once. The door opened. My mother screamed. My father caught me before I hit the floor. Everything after that was sirens, bright lights, and hospital air thick with antiseptic. But this story isn't about the bruises. It's about what came after. My sister and I grew up sharing secrets. She was the loud one, the beautiful one, the one people noticed first. I was the shadow, the planner, the listener. When she met Daniel, I didn't trust him. Too smooth, too charming. He looked at people the way gamblers look at dice, calculating the odds. She called it love. I called it a risk. Still, I stood beside her at their wedding, smiled for photos, toasted to forever. And for a while, it seemed she'd won the life we both dreamed of. House, husband, stability. Until they came to me with the papers. "Just a signature," she'd said. "It's nothing, really." I told her no. Calmly, logically. I'd seen the debt piling up behind her perfect photos. I knew what they were trying to do. That's when she stopped calling me sis. After the assault, the police took my statement. They photographed every bruise, every fracture. But when they brought Daniel in, he had an alibi and a wife who swore I was unstable, vindictive, jealous of their success. The case went nowhere. And that's when something inside me went quiet. I stopped crying, stopped reacting. I started listening. Revenge is best served in silence. People mistake quiet for weakness. That's what they did. That's how I stayed invisible. I started with Daniel. He was a contractor with a reputation for creative accounting. So I made a few anonymous calls to clients, investors, the tax office. I forwarded screenshots, invoices, voice recordings. Months of digital breadcrumbs that he'd left out of arrogance. By the time the audit came, he didn't even see it coming. His accounts were frozen within weeks. His company collapsed within 3 months. But I wasn't done. My sister had always been the social one. Fundraisers, charity events, her face in every local magazine. So I gave the magazine something new to print. Photos of bruises, medical reports, witness statements. I leaked them anonymously through a friend in the press. When the story broke, she vanished from social media overnight. Sponsors pulled out. Friends distanced themselves. Still, I stayed quiet. No one connected it to me. The final piece came one evening when she called. Her voice cracked for the first time in years. "Everything's falling apart," she whispered. "They're saying Daniel stole funds. The police—" I cut her off. "I know," I said. "You should have just told the truth." Silence. Then, "Did you?" "I warned you," I said. "You chose him." She sobbed. I listened until the line went dead. Weeks later, Daniel was arrested. Fraud, embezzlement, assault. My sister tried to play the victim, but the evidence pointed both ways. She'd signed the same documents, endorsed the same lies. When the police raided their house, they found everything. Falsified mortgage applications, hidden cash, fake ledgers. The same house she'd once bragged about, the one she wanted me to help save, was repossessed. I didn't celebrate. I just drove to that house one last time. The windows were boarded, the gate hung loose. She was outside, sitting on the curb, hair tangled, eyes hollow. When she saw me, she froze. "This is your doing," she hissed. I looked at her. really looked at her. The sister who'd once braided my hair before school, the woman who'd watched her husband break me, then blamed me for bleeding. "No," I said quietly. "This is yours." Then I walked away. The police later told me Daniel tried to take his own life in custody. My sister moved back in with my parents for a while, but they barely spoke to her. Eventually, she left the city. I didn't follow. I didn't forgive. People still ask how I managed to stay calm through it all. They don't understand. Revenge doesn't need noise. It just needs time and precision. I gave both. And when it was over, I finally slept.